So I have this, I think it's 1 mm thick stainless, and I think it will do the job to hold the tank properly. So I'm gonna try and bend this in a good way to make a mount for the tank here. Yep, alright. Since my vice grips are too not wide enough, I have to use this method to bend the sheet here. I've used this in the past a lot of times, most of the times with a good result, but you never know. Stainless is always, as you know, a bit harder to work on. Yeah. I might just put this in the vise anyway. Yeah, I think won't be as pretty, but we'll have to bend a part of the sheet at a time, so to speak. And yeah, you're correct. I probably should screw down my vise here, but since I'm really good to be able to move the vise if you're working over here with something, so I haven't really come around to fasten it yet. So as you see, the vise is doing its job here, but it's not as pretty as folding the entire sheet at once. So this will be in the engine bay, and probably it doesn't matter. So yeah, see, it's pretty good, but yeah, not entirely straight. So let me just get thing here now is that I mean, it's perfectly easy and good enough to bend this sheet in the end here with a vise, but it's not easy to get it in, you know, like here, because it doesn't fit. So I'll have to revert to this method that I tried the first time once more here and see how that goes. To bend it next time, and I think it should be about 4 inches in here, so I'm going to measure that out. And yeah, that is an Alpha drive sitting behind me. I was going to change the impeller, but when I started taking the screws out to separate the lower from the upper house on the drive, the screws were all looked like somebody had been taking this one apart just recently, because it was, the blue grease was all there, and so I'm thinking that this drive had an impeller change within the last year, because the previous owner said that something was done to the drive, and that's something, if you see here, is here. This has been cut off, and there's a new, well, not totally new, but 1 year old propeller. Which tells me that, yeah, this drive has been hitting a rock or something. So I noticed that right away when I bought the boat, but the previous owner didn't want to talk about it. So I'm thinking, while he had it in to check for cracks and so, and had a new propeller mounted, because he didn't do any kind of job on the boat himself, he also had them change the impeller, and perhaps this one, because it seems almost brand new. So I'm not taking it apart. I've tried to get a hold of the previous owner again, but he doesn't answer my calls or mails, so I guess he doesn't want to talk about that. But anyway, let's try and sorry. Let's try and bend this sheet here once more. if I had, would be good to have a table that was this deep, but no. So let's try this thing once more here. Yeah. If I had something to put under it, perhaps. Sounds like thunder. Oh. Yeah, it needs a bit of force applied to it. I'm sorry for the noise here. But you see, this bend is much smoother from the start if you use the entire. Actually, I'm not sure if this is. Yeah, we'll see if this is rigid enough to hold the tank. I mean, the tank is what? 10 liters. What is that? It's like, I don't know, 3 gallons, 3.5. So it's not that heavy, and it should actually be strong enough, even though it is just 1 millimeter thick. I considered aluminum because I have that laying around as well, but I think I'm not sure which quality aluminum I have lying around, and if it isn't the right aluminum, salt water is not really gonna give it much chance as far as corrosion. I know stainless is the same way, but this is good quality stainless. I'm not sure if it's 316, but at least it's good quality. So yeah.